Alright everybody, welcome back. This is Scott3 and we're gonna have yet another game of Team Deathmatch. Still trying to get that KD up, and I don't know what order I've actually done these in, but as far as I know, the last video that you guys got for my top 10 first-person shooter games was Quake 3 and Wolfinstein. Or was it Doom 3 and Portal? Oh my god, I just looked this up. Give me a second, sorry. Renders, we got Dead Space, Doom 3, Quake. Okay, so we're on Quake 3 and Wolfenstein. So, first one, why Quake 3 rocked? Quake 3 rocked because we could play it on a LAN, and as far as you know, this is the only game that you could add bots in. So what used to happen is, I'd go, myself, my two brothers, we'd all get up together on the LAN, we'd pick, the second last map was that kind of space map. There was also space jumps and you could fall off the edge and stuff. And I think it had the BFG in it. It had the BFG in it, that's right. And that was my favourite gun. It was either that one, which is a Team Deathmatch one, or else it was the Capture the Flag map, which you had to like bounce off these two bouncers, and the BFG was in the on the very top. You had to like, get on like a moving platform, and that would bring you get the BFG, and that gun just raped everybody and everything. But what I loved about that was you could add bots into it, and what the big thing was, we didn't actually play against each other. The three of us would go on one team, which would take up 3 spots, and then let's say there was 20 people, and then the 17 people left would be bots ranging from the lowest difficulty to the highest difficulty, and we'd see basically who could get the highest score. So you might kill 40 bots and someone else might kill 38 bots, but the guy who got the 40 bots would win, and that's the reason why I loved it. And also what was pretty cool was Capture the Flag. That one with the space Capture the Flag one was pretty animal as well. Also the graphics weren't great in it. I actually remember, I remember the computer I had didn't actually do the graphics very well on it. And then I remember I got a new graphics card, which is that one I was telling you guys about, that I got 100 quid with Far Cry. That graphics card played it. Just about could do everything max on it. I don't think everything was on max. Anti-aliasing might have been off, but the graphics were like whoa, and that game was so cool. But as I said, the reason why I liked it so much was because of the you could add bots, and those adding bots was just, you know, because we didn't have the internet, it was the kind of thing that, yes, of course you're not beating other players, you are playing bots, but I mean some of those bots on difficult were impossible to beat. They had the laser gun. Do you guys remember? I think it was gun 7 was the laser gun, and when the bots had that, it was just a case of, you know, you were just headshot laser killed no matter where you were. That's why I love that game. But like I said, with all the other games, it was because of the LAN experience with it. And I think I finished the game on the hardest difficulty on the kind of campaign. You have to like go through 20 games or something like that. Wow, this really brings back memories. That game ruled. It still rocks now. I mean, I'd happily go home and play Quake 3. It was much better than Quake 4. The Quake 4 was good graphics wise. The graphics was kind of like Doom 3, but what was good about it was, as you watch me camp here, I'm waiting for these guys to go down. What was good about Quake 3 was, no, Quake 4, what was bad about that was you couldn't actually add the bots into the game, which kind of sucked. But enough of that. Now also, as kind of a part 3, Quake 3 was good. It didn't have the best graphics. It was good to play in the on LAN. But the game that really kind of, for me, was a step in the single player campaigns was Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Now, if you guys remember this, what I loved about it was you could eat the food in it. And you could eat the food in the original, like, 2D Wolfenstein, which is really what I liked so much about it. Was they really kept to the game. And the new Wolfenstein, in my opinion, isn't really a Wolfenstein game. It's more of a COD sort of playthrough game that I don't really enjoy it that much. Also, one thing I loved was the guns in Wolfenstein were the leap. They were the real kind of. The other games you had was Call of Duty 2 and what was the other game that was even better? In my opinion, was a better multiplayer game. Oh my god, what was it called? Brother in Arms. That as a multiplayer game rocks. You could play. What I loved about that game. Actually, that's going to be in this commentary as well. We're going to have Quake 3, Wolfenstein, and not Call of Duty 2, but the other one, Brother in Arms, and we'll do Call of Duty 2. They're all great, but Call of Duty 2 was kind of the step forward in multiplayer gaming, whereas the first game I actually played online, that I could play online. And then after that there was the Brother in Arms, and what I loved about that was the way you could control your team. It was like Ghost Recon. You could actually tell your team to go here, go here, go here, and do this, defend or whatever. That's what I loved about that. And on multiplayer, what happened was you had there was 4 people per team, and because there was 3 of us, one person would have a team with 3 guys, and then the other team would have my 2 brothers and 2 other guys, and they control 1 guy each, which is what was so good about that game. I loved it. It's so much fun. Much better than COD if you're going to play in a LAN. But Wolfenstein, what I liked about it was the storyline was extremely good on it. It was a nicely sorry, I'm a bit sick. It was a nicely paced game. It was kind of imaginative, but for some reason it felt like this could possibly happen. You know, these Germans, and they even, like I was saying, as I stupidly put myself in smoke there and get a fluky kill. The thing about Wolfenstein was it stuck so well to the original game, which kind of really, that's probably the reason why I liked it. You could eat the food, and there was a secret area, so you could push walls around the place and find secret places, which is a really unique thing in games, which I really enjoyed. And one thing I love, the sound of opening doors in it was pretty cool. I don't know why that's one thing I always remember about that game. And if you haven't played it, I mean, I know you can possibly download it illegally, but I'd recommend you give it a go. Maybe if you can probably buy it for next to nothing, €2 or €5 in GameStop or something. It's a very old game, but it's one worth playing. It's kind of like, in my opinion, it's a step into the future of gaming. It's kind of the guns. I mean, the guns in that game were as good as quality as the guns, let's say, in COD 5, which came out years after, even COD 4. And I think it's a real, between Quake 3 for the adding bots experience, which you can't do anymore in games. I just think those 3 games really brought my kind of gaming in a leap forward, what really actually got me to practice into gaming. But this video is over, so I hope you enjoyed this, and please let me know if you played any of those games. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll talk to you again.